Guys, today we're going to be answering questions that we have avoided for a very long time, but you on Instagram and on YouTube and maybe on Facebook have asked us a bunch of questions that we have compiled, that the ones that we have mostly been avoiding, and today we're going to address them to you.
This one's just
3 words.
Baby number 3, question mark, question mark, question mark. Currently, there's not any baby number 3 on the way. Just to clear that, just to get that out of the way.
If we do have a baby number 3, it's not planned.
My question is, when will you be coming to Malaysia again? Would love to meet you all in person.
I love this question because we have already booked our tickets to Malaysia. We fly out on June 28th, so we arrive on June 29th, and we'll stay there till the end of July. So I hope to meet some of you guys there.
Will Kumaar family be moving back to Malaysia? It will be a tough decision.
You know, this question's come up a lot, and honestly speaking, you know, if you asked me this question several years ago, the answer would be like, we're already looking into it. What happened was, kids came into the picture. We have to like start thinking about them too, and I'm not saying Malaysia is a bad place for them. It's just that where we live, our lifestyle, the schools they've gone to, the soccer academy they're part of, you know, there's a lot of things. So to pick the whole family up and just move, there must be a very strong, concrete reason for that to happen. So where I'm going with this is that we don't have plans to do it, but we have not ruled it out. It needs to be something huge for us to move back.
If you were offered to become a minister in Malaysia, move back?
Yeah, ambassador.
Ambassador. Ooh,
if I have an opportunity to become the ambassador of Malaysia, hey, I make Malaysia, I put Malaysia on the map, yo. That's what I would do. Vote for me.
No. Do you plan to retire in Malaysia?
1000%. That's 100% in the plan, and I do not want to live in America when I'm older. Not because I don't love America. I love America. There's amazing things here. Primarily because healthcare is very, very expensive.
In America.
In America, the living lifestyle and expenses here is way more expensive. At the end of my life, I want to just be comfortable. Yeah, relaxed, and you know, I feel like Malaysia can provide me that.
Actually, I was thinking about this too, of that even when we first got married, it's literally been our plan for the past 10 years that we're gonna retire in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go on to the next question, there's something so exciting we want to share with you all. So back in 2021, we got connected with a nonprofit organization called KultureCity. It was co-founded by 2 Malaysians, and the focus is sensory inclusion for everyone. So especially those with invisible disabilities. This can be autism or other neurological disabilities. We are so passionate about this. For those of you who don't know, like my full-time job is working with children with disabilities, and this is so in line with our passions and what we truly love.
So several months ago, Michelle, who's one of the co-founders of KultureCity, called me and said, hey, would you like to run a marathon? And I was like, why? Why me? I've never run before. She's like, I think you would do great. We could use you on our team. And I said, yes. Guys, I've never run a marathon, let alone like a 5K, 10K, anything, any race ever before. This is my first time, and I said yes. And the reason why I said yes was because we've been given the opportunity to fundraise for them, to support these organizations so that we can help people who are struggling with invisible disabilities to feel included in our world. And that's really, really important for us. Training has already started. It's been several months now. We've run up to 15K already, and we're working our way to go higher and higher. Hopefully, we can complete that marathon. We will do our part to train as hard as we can and to complete the marathon. But what we need from you is something simple. No matter how much you're able to contribute, we would really, truly appreciate if you can contribute something to this fundraiser. Whether it's just $1, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever you can contribute, it will go a long way. We will leave all the details in the description box down below. We hope you can support us and join us in this journey.
Not to be nosy, but do you guys have arguments? I'm sure you do, but who always gives in?
Yes, we do have arguments. We are not a perfect couple. What we try to do during these arguments is to try to communicate as much as possible, empathetic toward each other, and to understand where each other is coming from. And sometimes we discover one person is right and one person is wrong, and other times we like agree to disagree, and it just depends on the situation.
We never get into like shouting matches ever, but we do have disagreements, and I think it's healthy in marriages to disagree and hash things out and see things from another person's
who gives
perspective.
in usually?
Me.
That's true.
All right, how do you guys embrace many pluses and minuses, like ups and downs, and welcome us to be part of that journey?
Wow. For me, we like to be transparent however we feel, whether that's like happiness, sadness, any emotion, everything in between. We just want to be true to ourselves. There's no point hiding or putting a facade and showing like, oh, everything's good and happy all the time. That's not truthful and that's not relatable to you, because as a normal living human being, we all go through all these challenges, right?
I think part of it too is just being the representation that we wish we saw more of online too, because I think everybody's willing to share their ups and look really good, but not many people talk as much about the low. So being able to kind of share the good with the bad.
But it's hard, right? Like, you know, recently I shared about how I got laid off from work, and that's a hard thing to do. It took me several weeks to process through that, and then I shared like, this is how I feel, you know, this is what's going to happen and all that. But I also think back to a time in Malaysia during the pandemic when I went back. We made a mistake. There were a lot of rules and we needed to get the swab test and all that. What we didn't know was when we were going to do the test, we were not allowed to go anywhere. But we went through a McDonald's drive-through. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And that was not the right thing to do.
And the quarantine, right?
Yes.
Make sure you just order by delivery, right?
Oh, okay.
We could have been fined 10,000 ringgit for doing that. The McDonald's person told us like, hey, you have the tags, you shouldn't be here. And we're like, oh my gosh, we're sorry. Everyone told me, don't put that clip on YouTube.
Including me, I told him.
Yeah.
I told him don't.
But I said to still put it on YouTube, and I know there might be consequences, but I want to show people we make mistakes. Like everyone, people make mistakes, but you know, you have to learn from them and be a better person, and you know, just put your hands up and say like, I made a mistake, but I'll change and I'm sorry.
Have you guys experienced paranormal stuff at your home?
Oh, actually, I have. This was in our older house before we moved in here. I remember I heard footsteps
No.
in the backyard, and rumblings of the tree, because we had an avocado tree, and like I heard like avocado tree. I was like, oh shoot. First I thought it was a robber. Then I went out there, there's no human being. I was looking, peeking, I was scared. Watching, it was a squirrel. So that's the closest to paranormal activity that we've had.
We also had, at the same house, we had, somebody was at the door. I don't remember if it was a knock or a doorbell ring. I think it sounded like a knock. I went to the door, opened it, nobody was there, but there was paw prints leading away from the door.
Oh, what animal is that?
I don't know.
Skunk?
Oh, but not at home. But we also had when our hotel room got reverse
Yes.
robbed.
Oh,
That's a true
In Alabama.
Yes.
We went to Alabama. That's really, paranormal stuff.
Ugh.
Not ours.
Not ours. We got opposite robbed. Would love to hear some more stories about the time you met.
So the thing about this question is we have answered this so many times in so many different avenues, and we've also made a video about it that we will link somewhere here. So go check that out there.
Hey, can you speak Tamil?
Naan Tamil konja na pesa mudiyum.
As a Malaysian, how was your schooling era?
It was normal, I guess. I mean,
No, you can't say it was normal. Like your field day and like you're like part of this house.
Okay. In Malaysian schools, we have, as soon as you get enrolled in school, you're put into sports groups. The yellow house, the red house, the green house, the blue house, all that. So we get sorted into these houses.
Is there a sorting hat?
There's no sorting hat. It's just randomly picked by a teacher. For the rest of your time there, you're part of that group. Basically, it's for sports. So any sports activities and extracurricular stuff, you will represent that team.
Like Harry Potter.
Like Harry Potter.
I actually, when I watched Harry Potter, being raised in America, we don't have that. I thought that was something completely made up just for...
No, we have that. But besides that though, school in Malaysia, I went to La Salle School in Klang. I loved it though. School was a wonderful time, made a ton of friends, got into a lot of trouble. If I could go back in time, I'd do it all over again. Next one. Oh, my boy. Shafiq, I see you. Okay.
When are you coming to Dubai, Habibi?
Habibi! My best friend, Shafiq, he's moved to Dubai to pursue a new adventure. I'm so excited for him and his wife. We are coming at the end of this year. We are really excited. Fingers crossed. Hopefully things goes well. Things can happen still. But that's the plan right now. You guys are watching. Subscribe because it's going to be a heck of an adventure in Dubai.
How's Rachel's Bahasa Malaysia going on? Hope there'll be another episode on Sahari bersama Rachel
Ooh,
for Bahasa
that would
Malaysia.
That would be a great episode.
I'm so embarrassed to answer this question because I haven't been taking classes like a year now. It is not going well. I will be 1000% honest. There's so many other things that we're both doing right now that has not been my attention, but I want to get back into it, and especially I really want the boys to be better with Bahasa Malaysia.
Can't expect them to be good if you're not.
I know. I think both of us need to be speaking it more around them. Like, they can recognize words, but if we could have a family conversation in Malay, like, that'd be the coolest. That's the goal. How is Rachel's improv class going? It's going really well. I just had a performance last month. I won't be in the next performance because we will be gone. I'm enjoying it. For me, improv is just so much fun. I'm making some really great friends there, and it's just really helping me come out of my shell a bit more too. Where do you see yourselves in 10 and 15 years? Where will you be residing? What will you be doing, etc.?
10 to 15 years is a long time to know where we'll be. I like to live my life planning for the next several years, maybe like 3 to 5 at most. Right now, we are in a position where I'm pursuing a lot of different things. I'm pursuing, trying to do YouTube full-time. I'm in acting school. I'm shooting my first movie, which is going to be really cool. I started an agency to support other businesses and creators to do well on social media. So I'm doing a lot of things right now and seeing which one I really want to continue pursuing. YouTube will always be there, obviously. Don't worry. We love you guys. With knowing that, I don't know where this will take us. Right now, we see ourselves here. Moving outside of the area is also a possibility.
Yeah. It's so hard to think 10, 15 years in the future because things change like that. We could still be here. We could be in a different country. We could be in a different city, a different state. But I think a big part of that is just focusing on what we're doing now that's going to build for our future. If you were to pick one thing about Malaysia besides the food that you like the most, what would it be? And what is it like for your children to have two awesomely diverse cultures to grow up with?
The answer is actually in the question itself. Malaysia has a very, very rich culture, and the part that I like the most is its community culture, that people come together, we're always together, we're supporting one another. Very different here in America, but that's something I miss so much.
I was gonna say, I love how within Malaysia there's so many different cultures, but everybody gets along and can really appreciate other people's point of view. Like, you have the Chinese, the Indians, the Malays, different people, but like nobody's claiming that their culture's better than the other. It just is this beautiful harmony.
Things that that excites me about Malaysia is just going there and just talking to anyone, like your brothers and sisters. It's crazy. You can go to the mamak guy, office building, post office, anywhere, literally barber shop, and everyone's like your friend.
Well, that's one thing that blew me away my first trip to Malaysia, is that like even at the mamak you say like abang, like to get the attention, or kakak, like, whatever it is, or you call all the adults auntie and uncle. You treat everybody around you like family. What is it like raising our children in two really different cultures? A huge part for us is that we get to pick and choose what we love most about our cultures to instill in our children. What's the one Malaysian food you want to try but haven't yet?
I mean, there's things that I haven't tried, but I don't know. Until someone comes to me and say like, you gotta try this one thing, but I'm willing to try anything.
I want to try red durian. Yeah, remember they said in Sabah there's red durian?
Yeah, I remember that. Yes.
So now it's kind of like my unicorn that I want to find.
But you gotta go to Sarawak, right? That's what they say. If anyone knows where to get it in Klang Valley, let us know.
What are your kids' favorite Malaysian foods?
If you ask them to pick one, it's 1000% roti canai. But I think they're also open to dosa. They like Hokkien mee.
Kyrie loves Hokkien mee so much. Chicken rice.
Chicken rice.
I feel like this question could actually just be, what is their favorite food? Malaysian food is pretty much their favorite too. What is your favorite and least favorite Malaysian dish?
Oh my gosh. That's so hard to answer, man. Favorite? I have too many. I like them all.
You can't, that's a cop-out. You gotta say one.
No, I cannot just pick one.
Okay, what's your least favorite then?
Oh, this one is a bit controversial actually. So Asam Laksa is something that I would pick the last. I like laksa. I like all kinds of laksa, but between all the laksa, Asam Laksa is the least I like. Especially the Penang one.
Oh wow, you're gonna ruffle some feathers there. For me, my favorite dish is hands down rendang ayam. Like that was my first dish I ever tried, and it'll be my favorite forever. My least favorite is anything with sotong.
Sad, man.
Doesn't matter. Sotong sambal especially. Oh, also that one dessert, the fermented rice.
Tapai.
Oh yeah, sotong and tapai. No, thank you. Everything else is great. Yeah. What's your most favorite things to do in Malaysia?
For me, it's hanging out with the people that I love and food. Eating and eating. That's what I love about Malaysia.
I feel like there's so many things I do like to do. The one we did last trip to Malaysia that I want to do again, hands down, is Sunway Lagoon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love Sunway Lagoon, and it just kind of has like a little bit of everything, and just anything family friendly is just perfect. I also really like going to like the Pasar Pagi and the Pasar Malam.
Yeah,
like,
Pasar Malam, Pasar Pagi. I love that too.
Yeah, any street fair is just, I don't know, it's something we cannot get here in America.
Yeah.
And it's just the vibe and the things you can find. Like we have this like tower of cups That is like our favorite thing that we ever got from Pasta Bagi, and the food. Any place with food.
When Rachel said Tower of Cups, I knew you guys would not know what that is.
Look, it's a Tower of Cups.
I was like, even when she said that, I was like, what are you talking about, man?
They're stainless steel. These things are amazing, and the size. It's a Tower of Cups. Now
Pasta
you know.
Bagi.